Are we live? Are we here? My God! Oh my God! Your cat ear headphones. Those
Yeah.
are stunning. I love
Thank you
it.
so much, Jeff.
Oh my God! Welcome. Hello. How are you doing?
Doing very well. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. Got my coffee. It's the morning for me, so this is my first event of the day. So I'm chilling and sipping, and it's nice.
Yeah, likewise on the East Coast. So
Oh, nice.
I'm still waking up at maybe 1 p.m., but that's morning for me.
I like the way you think. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself for everybody?
Hi, everybody. My name is Morgan Evans. I'm the community manager for the Game Bakers. I use he, him pronouns, and I am so excited to be here.
Oh my God, I'm so excited to be here with you. My name is Jeff Brutlog. I'm a Twitch partner here, and I also do write. Play a lot of fantasy games, horror games, a lot of really weird games, and I do love me some queer representation in gaming. So I'm very excited to see this. I've seen like people play it a little bit, and I'm really excited actually to like jump into it. So uh, love this already.
Yeah, the couples update was a really fun thing for our studio to work on, and you can play as male, female, female, female. You can do really whatever you want. It's a lot of fun.
I love that. I just being able to feel like you're kind of represented in some way, feel like you can be in this story as well, I think is really neat. Let's see here.
Yeah, we like to say there's room on Source for everybody.
The default one. Yeah, I love that. So I'm curious because this is like I was reading a little bit of the synopsis of the story, and like this feels like we're going to a new planet. We're leaving ours behind. What kind of inspired this story?
Well, Haven is all about the freedom to love who you choose and the choice to claim that freedom for yourself. So it really is about two people choosing to escape together and choosing one another and choosing to build a new life together on a alien strange planet.
Oh my God, that just feels like the love story for just like for a generation. Like, who else would you want to go to another planet with other than the love of your life?
I know, right? And then you can make some apple juice together.
Oh, no. So like, I'm curious as well. Was there any like any sort of inspiration for this as far as like, did you pull from other sources of media or like personal experiences? I know for me, when I create things and writing, I always like, I definitely pull from my own life experiences and things I've gone through. So I'm curious.
Yeah. So Emmerich Thoa and Audrey LaPrince were the creative leads on this project, and they really pulled from some of the media they love. You'll see a lot of anime inspirations in Haven as well as in all of our other games. You'll see inspirations from comics like Saga, that kind of like weird sci-fi with a very particular aesthetic. We really tried to bring in a lot of really interesting sci-fi elements in Haven, which I think is what makes it so fun, as well as a really cozy romance. Something that the video really focused on is not the beginning or the ending of a romance, because we've seen that play out 100 times. Haven is really all about the middle. It's about being with your partner. It's about that everyday life.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty rare. Like you don't normally see something like that. You always see, yeah, like you said, you see the build up, you see the middle, you see the happily ever after. But this is so different. So like as far as coming up with like situations of like, okay, you're a couple now that's on this new planet. You probably don't know too much about this planet. You're coming from a planet that had its own rules and everything. Like what kind of went into the brainstorming of like how these situations were gonna take place?
Oh, yeah. So I wasn't actually here for a lot of that brainstorming. But one of the things that I love about these two characters is just what you talked about, is that they are on an alien planet that they've never explored before. They didn't even know it existed before they arrived on Source. And I think it's really fun that both of our main characters are scientists in one way or another. We have a botanist and an engineer. And so I really think that shapes their perspective on this new planet, which is something I really enjoy.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So then I did see that you're the community manager for the game. So what's been something you've really enjoyed getting to work on for the game?
Oh gosh, I mean, getting to work on it's just the amazing community we have for Haven. Haven has such a devoted community it is incredibly active in creating fan art and fan fiction even after the game's release. And we're actually right in the middle of our Season of Pride Community Week this week. So we have a bunch of exciting things coming up. We're going to be having a stream with the world record holder for the Haven speedrun tomorrow. We have a lot of fan art competitions coming up. And today, we just launched the Haven art book as a digital DLC. So if you haven't seen that before, be sure to check that out on Steam.
Oh my god, I love art books. That'll be so fun.
Oh god, the concept art for this game is absolutely stunning. The creature designs are my favorite.
Oh my god, I can't wait to see some of them. I saw a little bit in the trailer, and I thought those are really neat. Fan fiction. Oh my gosh, that's how much fan fiction have you gotten to read now as getting to work on this?
I don't want to embarrass myself here, Jeff. Can I plead the fifth? Or am I allowed?
This time.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate that.
That's so good. That's so cool. I love the idea of like an art contest, and that's super cool. What other like ways have you gotten the community to engage with the game?
Oh gosh, another thing we have later this week is Haven takes place over a series of these beautiful islands. You'll find yourself in different biomes and different areas. You can see we're on the very first island in the game right now. And people have basically made a home for themselves on Source. So we have a GeoGuessr competition coming up later this week where people will try to identify islands by sight alone. Yeah.
It's crucial.
What? Okay, I need to know a little bit more how this is going to work, because I love GeoGuessr. I've played that several times on stream, but like, how does that work here? I'm so curious.
Oh yeah, so we're gonna do kind of like a Kahoot thing. It's called a Blukit, and we're gonna have a whole Discord event. We're all gonna be on our phones, and based on the clues we're gonna present you with, you're gonna try to see if you can identify which island you were looking at.
Oh, this will really test the fans on how well they know this game.
Yeah, we've done it before in the past, but we've never done it live before. So we're very excited to see if people can perform under pressure.
Well, that will be quite a sight to behold. I can say that much. Oh my gosh, I'm having a lot of fun. This is so cool, just being able to just like drift around this place, fly around.
Yeah, we really love. Haven is so much about that kind of like vibey feeling. The movement is so central to the game. Just being able to like flow from place to place. That's why we call all the flow threads, because you're just flowing around.
It is really neat. Oh my gosh.
Sorry, birds.
Do you know if there are like any specific sort of like worlds that kind of inspired this one? Because like I don't know that I've really seen anything like this one. This is really cool.
Yeah, I don't think there is any specific world that inspired this. Our concept designers and our world designers were really trying to create something that felt very new and very romantic. In the area you're in right now, the Blue Hills, we really wanted this to feel like kind of a safe area. It's the place where you first start out. It's supposed to feel kind of cozy and homey. Aww.
Oh. Little kissy moment. Aww.
Little kissy moment.
Aww. I missed where I was supposed to go.
Oh, well, I mean, you're just meant to explore. Hey, where do you think you want to go?
I want to go everywhere.
Yeah.
Ready. Also, my cat's decided to join us, so welcome, Smokey.
Ooh, welcome, Smokey. We love a guest.
Yeah, he's a very needy boy. So when he realizes that I'm talking to somebody else, he's like, "What are you doing? I need to be here for that."
That makes sense. And he also has to compete with Luna from Sailor Moon on your microphone.
Well, you know, he basically is my little Luna, except if Luna was a little needier.
Aww.
I absolutely love it. Okay, so I heard you mention a speed run. What is the fastest speed run of this game so far then?
Yeah, so Nicole Goodnight is the current world record holder. I believe she's gotten her speed run down to 55 minutes at this point.
55 minutes? And then, so how long is the average runtime for this game then?
Average runtime of this game is like around... it's not an overlong game. We really try to keep the experience short and sweet. I think my playtime was around 20 hours, and I really took my time.
20 hours, okay. But I love that though, because again, these are two people that you're exploring a whole love story with them. So I want 20 hours of their spats and their little ticks. And I saw one little moment in the trailer when I was looking this up on Steam, where it got me so off guard. It was like, but it, like I laughed about it, where he's like, "Can you turn on the light?" And she's like, "Okay, now we're gonna no something about like, oh, now we're gonna talk about." it. And he's like, "I was just gonna turn on the light. I just wanted you to turn on the light. That's all I wanted to do." So like, I love this idea that we're gonna just see these two like, and the holding hands. Oh my god.
Yeah.
There's so
That's
much
one thing
about
I
this.
really love about Haven is that like it is a very realistic interpretation of a relationship. Everything is not always smooth, and I think it's really important for us as queer people to be able to see real queer relationships, some things that are
Yeah.
messy sometimes.
Yeah, messy, and then away from your home planet, because like it's you take your issues with you.
No matter where
take
you go.
your relationship struggles with you. They don't go away.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
No, you
I
might
don't
have
know.
enough flow to go back and recharge the nest by now, so you might be able to
Okay.
just go back up to your spaceship.
Got it. Okay. Do you? I don't know how many like characters we're gonna get introduced to. Where is the ship? Oh my god.
Well, that was fast. We were too slow.
What do you mean? I was so fast. I don't know what you're saying. Is there a character or like a creature in particular that you enjoy the most?
I mean, it's got to be Oink, right? Like, I mean, come on. Yeah,
What a precious little bean.
everyone
my
has
God.
a bias, and it's usually Oink.
That's precious.
Oh yeah. He was originally just planned to be an enemy in the game, and then partway through development, we realized, no, he needs to be our pet and our friend because he is the best.
You can't see. Yeah, that's the thing too about sci-fi fantasy. You always see your little pet, like little creatures where you're like, I can't fight you. Like I know I have to progress, but like also I don't wanna. So like that's what a integral part of the development process, I feel.
Oh, absolutely.
Did you get to kind of weigh in on like how any of the creatures got to look, or like any like the design sort of elements of the game?
Unfortunately, I came in as a fan of Haven before
Oh,
I was.
no way!
Oh yeah, this is one of the main reasons that I was drawn to the game bakers, because it's you just kind of hear about Haven as such a nice positive representation of queer folks and queer relationships, and I mean
Yeah,
that just made me feel so safe in the studio.
I love that. So what did that process look like for you then? Because you said you went from fan of game to now working on the game. So how did that work out for you? Like what was the process like?
Oh, I mean, it's basically been I'm like a kid in a candy shop. Like, yeah, we released the art book, but I was also able to leaf through the concept sketches myself. So past me is very jealous of current me. Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. I mean, like getting to like live out like a dream of yours though is so it's got to be so fun and fulfilling. I love that.
Do you think this is gonna last?
Yeah, it's really meaningful. It's great to work for the game bakers.
Assumption in check.
No, I meant us here.
Oh.
Do we have to talk about this?
Oh. I guess we're gonna have to at some point. This feels like this kind of what I'm loving about this is like you're on this planet with just your significant other, and like you kind of can't avoid any issues. It's just the two of you. So I like this idea like that you're getting to these points where you're like you have to make some grown-up decisions.
Yep. It's hard to grow up. I mean, a large part of the game is like you are doing this romantic fantasy of running away with your one true love. How does that romantic fantasy play in with reality?
Yeah.
Finishing my plate without hearing
That yeah, that's the thing. Like for me, when it comes to sci-fi like this, I like being able to kind of see myself in it in some level.
Yeah.
Like there's definitely some sci-fi worlds where I think they're really cool, where like there's so much going on, but sometimes I'm like, I don't know how I fit into there, and that's fine. But like, I don't know if it's for me. But I like that this is so like there are probably going to be so many different situations where you might see yourself as one of the partners or the other partner, and then that kind of drives the story forward for you, I'd imagine.
Yeah, and it's so fun to be able to see the same story from both of their perspectives at the same time. You really get to get into both of their heads, which is really fun.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Is there a character you related to a little more than the other, perchance?
Ooh, I do think I usually fall more in line with you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any traits in particular? We're getting the nitty gritty here. Are there any traits in particular you're like, that's the one, or like a moment in the game where you're like, that's me?
I think you has kind of this realistic optimism, and Kay is far more of a pragmatist.
Can I have enough
Okay.
ingredients?
You know what? I feel that. I am
There might
constantly
be
like
otherwise we'll have to go out for
a
groceries.
little bit head in the clouds, like not quite all the way there, but I'm very much like, I want things to be so ideal. And
Oh, yeah.
sometimes I need someone to be like, well, Jeff, let's maybe figure that out a little bit.
Mhm.
Oh my God. And then the way that this is so cute.
Oh yeah, I love the nest.
I gotta know, is there like a space in the office that kind of looks like this?
Gosh, I wish there was. No, I I mean, this is the fantasy, right? You do want a couch with string lights over it.
Oh, for sure. For sure. This is where you have like the comfiest of queer chats.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go to bed.
If you say so.
If you say so.
Mm-hmm.
My God.
I do love their little library. It's one of my favorite things.
Wait, where?
Oh, you'll
Where
be able to
is
find
the-
that in the bedroom.
Okay. Library. Oh! Like oh, whoa, that. Talk about space efficiency. I mean, for real.
Mhm. Space efficiency in space.
In space.
All right.
Let's talk about it.
Mhm, there you
The
go.
moment.
Yeah, the moment.
Of course I've been mulling it
Just
over
the-
this whole time.
The tension you must have to feel, well, like when you're just constantly with your partner. Like, don't get me like the idea of it sounds so fun,
No.
but
Oh,
then
yeah.
in practicality, this is what it is. You just
Mhm.
you want to just do a simple thing, and they're like, I'm gonna get angry about everything because we're like with each other all the time.
Oh yeah, there's no escaping.
No escape. No escape. So I'm curious then, like, what if the
I'm just saying.
Haven is a game that you really, really loved? What other types of games do you like playing?
Oh, I mean, I have very eclectic taste. I do love a sci-fi game, a game set in space.
Hmm.
And I love,
Whoa.
gosh, wow, I am stereotypical, huh? I like dating simulators and games set in space. Wow, okay. That's just
Whoa.
Haven.
Okay. Yeah.
I got to examine that. I got to think about that now after the stream. Okay.
There might be a little bit of a realization you're having about it for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
About your
it's a
taste.
queer
That's
stream.
okay.
We're gonna have realizations, right? Like,
Come on.
Sometimes you just say things and then I'm like, well, now that's out there in front of an
Yeah.
audience.
mhm. How about you, Jeff? What are your normal selections?
I am very much into, so Final Fantasy was like the game series that opened my eyes to like the beauty of gaming. Like I just remember like I had played games before that, but then right when I played Final Fantasy, it was Final Fantasy 8 that I played for the first time. And I just remember being a little 6-year-old just like, whoa, this is so pretty. And then from then on, I did a lot of RPGs. I really like horror, so like Silent Hill is like one of my favorites now. Yeah, very story driven anymore. I just love seeing like good characters and development there, and a really fun. I just think games can tell a story in a way that like you just can't get anywhere else.
Oh yeah, and Haven definitely evolved that way. It was going to be
The
a
weather's
little bit more. Well, we always planned to have the narrative at the heart of the game, and
Mhm.
it just became, because the story between these two is so strong. It really defined the course of development.
Oh, for sure. I have to imagine, yeah, because like you have to build these characters over like you said, like about a 20-hour period of time where you're with them so much and you see so many different scenarios with them. Like, and again, I think it's so cool that you get to see them like in the middle of their relationship, because there's so much about that like middle of that relationship that is so, I think, integral to maintaining one.
Oh yeah.
To the point where like seeing it in this setting, I think can really kind of reach outside of the screen and be like, hey, do you feel represented in this moment? Kind of a thing.
Absolutely. Also, it's very funny that you mentioned loving Final Fantasy. The character designer, the person who designed UNK, Koyorin, we actually found them from their Final Fantasy fan art, and we were so blown away by that and the rest of their artistic portfolio. So there is
No
definitely a
way!
lineage there. Yeah.
Oh my god, I love that. I mean, I can easily see like
where the apple juice were?
I can see these characters like making a little Final Fantasy cameo. So
Oh yeah, absolutely.
it really makes a lot of sense.
Hey,
Wow.
Squeenix, hit us up. We're down.
Oh, one of them's watching for sure. They have to be tuning into this.
Of course.
Yeah, no, I could totally just like see myself just sitting back, holding
You
hands,
think that's impressive? Fly too.
flying through this. This is so calming. And then there's something about space fashion that I always find really fun.
Absolutely.
So like, have there been any cosplayers and things too? I have to imagine.
Oh yeah, our cosplay community is absolutely impressive. I mean, the way they're able to so faithfully recreate this costumes blows me away.
Yeah, the creativity that you have to have behind that, like, is I can't even imagine. There's so many cosplays I would want to do. Like, I would absolutely wear these outfits. Are you for real?
Are you kidding? I want the flow boots so bad. Look at them.
They're so fierce. Look at those.
Mm-hmm.
And the way you strut in them.
Absolutely.
That is so
We
fierce.
just need more clothes that glow.
Why aren't there more clothes that glow?
Mm-hmm.
Should be more of that.
Agreed. And what the fashion process was really interesting because when we were redesigning the protagonist for the couples update, and we were doing their gender swapped versions, it was funny. Koyorin tried different versions that were like the costumes a little bit farther away, and basically it just ended up that the costumes that were originally designed fit the characters so well that we ended up coming in very close to their original costume designs.
Okay.
Yeah,
I love that. Yeah, because I feel like I'm noticing the little bit of similarities there for sure. I love that.
Is it
Ooh.
me or
Yeah.
is the ground shaking? It's
Oh.
shaking. It's shaking a lot.
Because of your love.
because of their love.
Obviously.
Yeah, that's absolutely it.
Love so strong it's shaking the whole planet.
Mhm.
That's the one thing too about like leaving, your home planet to go somewhere with the love of your life is that, the planet is going to have its own planetary struggles.
Naturally, yeah.
Wow. What would you do in this situation? I'm curious.
Cry? I don't know.
That's a good answer.
Worry about the trout population. I like.
Where are my trout?
Is it over?
Where are
Where are my trout?
gone?
Oh no.
Anything broken?
Wow.
No.
Okay, so because this is so like focused on like sci-fi and things, like if you were to be like, hey, we got to go to another planet.
Yeah.
What planet do you think you'd want to go to?
Ooh, like from? Are we talking real life planets? We're talking planets.
Just
from
go any
sci-fi?
planet. Who needs to limit it? Any planet.
Ooh. I mean, probably Coruscant from Star Wars. That would probably be my go-to. Like just an
Right.
Ecumenopolis, just a giant city. I'd love that.
Oh, I think that'd be great.
Look,
Mhm.
we can.
Such as
I don't know.
I'm thinking of some from Mass Effect.
Ooh, which one?
Oh my god, it's been so long since I played it. I remember it was the one with the one where Liara's from.
Okay.
I just remember like it seemed a little like bougie, and I'm like, I can dabble in a little bit of bouge. And then there was like a little bit of an announcement of them being like, yeah, I got my scalp done. And I went, oh, what would it be like to get my scalp done?
It would be interesting. A different sensation, I imagine, than a barber trip, right? Yeah.
A little bit. So if you were to like
I don't know.
end up in this situation where you are now on a new planet and you're gonna like kind of make a life for it, like what would you do? Like how would you make this kind of tailored to what you would want to see in a world?
Ooh, I mean, I very similar to you and Kay. I would try to find string lights to put up. I mean, that would be my
Okay.
priority number one. I was a Boy Scout in my youth, so my mind instantly goes to like, where am I finding the potable water? I gotta find shelter.
Okay.
They have the nest, so they already have shelter covered. They have water covered. I think I agree with their focus on food. I think it's great that they have so many unique dishes.
Yeah, the idea of like trying to like create kind of some fun stuff off of. I don't know that I heard if anything. Like, is this stuff that's like native to this planet that they're cooking?
Yeah, so they forage for all their own food, and then they actually start to grow a garden together in some of the later parts of the game.
Oh, that's so gay.
It's so gay. Yeah, put you gays
Go on.
together. They're gonna garden.
Going to a whole different planet to garden. I love that. So I'm curious, since we're approaching the end of our time, I want to know, since you're a huge fan of this game, I'm curious, like, what is something that you hope that fans take away from this experience?
I mean, I think it is the determination to fight for who you love. I think that is so important, and it's the choice that you and Kay made, is to fight for each other and fight for their love, and I hope other people take that with them and choose to make that choice as well.
I think that's really nice. Yeah. I think, we get, there's a lot of being able to just like fight to just be able to just to have, queer relationships in general, to the point where like I like being able to see a game where it is actually about the relationship as opposed to just like being able to be like, we're here, we're queer, like, and that's, I love stories like that too, because they're very empowering. But like, I think being able to see this kind of like slice of life in a whole different planet as well, being able to like see how these relationships can build and just like getting to revel in queer joy, I think is so powerful and so radical.
Hard agree.
Oh,
queer joy.
Wow.
What are you talking about?
Well, he was really, really happy and crying. That's what it was. I love that. This has been, I really, really enjoy seeing this game. I love the art. I admittedly have been a little divided my attention, so I've been focusing more on what you have to say more than what's going on in the game. But given like what I have played, I very much would play this game, want to explore what goes on with them, and I will try to factor it in my streaming schedule pretty soon, because I feel like
Oink! There he is!
Oh, the mushrooms on its back. Looks like a
oh my god, he's beautiful.
Is that good news?
Was it intentional that he was going to be the bi pride flag colors?
It was not. It just worked out so well.
Because he's giving bi pride, and I love that.
He's getting bi pride. Bisexual king, oink.
I love that. So why don't you also let people know where they can find Haven?
Absolutely. You can find us at The Game Bakers on any platform you like. We're on Blue Sky, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, TikTok. Find us. We have a bunch more wonderful events just like this coming later in the week. And thank you so much for watching our Haven stream. And Jeff, thank you so much for being a wonderful presenter and having so much fun with the game.
I couldn't dream of doing anything else with my time right now. So yeah, thank you so much everybody for tuning in. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed me, I'm at twitch.tv/JeffRootlog, and also Jeff Rootlog on all social platforms. Thank you for tuning in with us and hanging out in a whole new planet with us. Stick around because we got more chats coming your way.